guys? ChaseWins.com. It is the 13th of April. It is Tuesday. Welcome, everyone, to another free play video. We're going to get you on a recap for what we did for Monday. We still have one game ongoing, but I will tell you what that game is so that way you can recap that on your own. And we'll get you on a couple of free plays for Tuesday. Now, if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any of the free content that we give out, daily free play videos. We have members only stuff. We usually try to do at least one live show a week, which we are hoping to be able to do at some point on Tuesday. It's all going to depend on what the bullpen issues with Major League Baseball are, how quickly I get information. Usually, at least to a lot of the National League teams, I'm able to get information an hour to 2 hours earlier than what it will be released just to, on MLB.com or something like that. So hopefully, usually Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, you get the stuff fairly early. So if that takes place, I'm hoping to at least have that information by no later than about 1 o'clock. And if that's the case, we'll be able to carve out about an hour that we can go live. So don't miss out on that. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. Smash the like button, guys. Let us know that you appreciate all the free stuff that we give you every single day and what we do to get, and the hard work that we put in to make sure that you get stuff every single day. And then if you want to become a channel member, hit the join button. There's different levels of memberships. And guys, we are on, as of now, a 10-0 members only free play run. And this is just over the last 8 days. Over the last 8 days, I have given out 10 free plays to members only, and every single one of those 10 plays have won. We had given out all Major League Baseball. Through the first 8, we had given out all Major League Baseball except for one of those 8 plays, but we went 8-0. And then, 9-0. Yes, 9-0 because of the one Major League Baseball play that we gave out over the weekend. And then on Monday, I had 2 plays. One in the National Hockey League and one in Major League Baseball. Yeah, that's right. One in Major League Baseball, one in hockey, and both of them didn't quite make the premium card because of changes that had gone on with some of the teams, and we'll go over that. But it went clean 2-0. So, guys, for what you can become a member for, and we always give out for any of the members at least 2 premium plays every single week. And for the VIP members, they're going to get at least 1 top play every week. You'll get access to members-only live shows, members-only videos when we do them. But the members are really liking when I just post them on the community page. That way, it's quick. It pops up, they see it, they make their bets, and boom, they're on their way. So, make sure you do that if you are interested. Let's get on a recap for what we did for Monday. Go to ChaseWins.com, jump on a pass. You can choose any sport that you like. If you want just Major League Baseball, just soccer, just NBA. NBA's on an absolute tear, guys. Just NHL. Just horse racing. You can do any of that. Right now, we've got Jerry's Soccer Week Pass for $99. But there's an added bonus. You buy a week of soccer, which gives you every premium and daily top play that he has in all of his soccer leagues. So every premium and daily top play that he releases for 7 days for $99. And if you buy that, we give you another 7 days absolutely free. So you're getting, buy 1 week, get a week free. Jump on an all sports pass if you want to get everything that we offer for a full 3 days, week, or month. You can get all access memberships that'll carry you through a year if you want. So on and so forth. Do not miss out, guys. If you are not with us, you are missing out on turning profit every single day. Our premium plays are killing it in all sports, and our top plays, guys, I can't say enough about the top plays. We didn't have a top play on Monday. Our last one was on Sunday on the New York Yankees. That was yet another top play winner, and you already know who the MLB king is. Top plays in Major League Baseball aren't something you're going to see me lose very often. But anyway, let's get on a recap. So, what we did, the free play was bad. I told you in that video, the only way that I saw the game going against what we had is if Greinke went out there and pitched a bad game. Now, funny thing is I got a direct message on Twitter earlier, and I wasn't going to respond to it because the person sounded like an absolute buffoon. And they said, you said in your video that the only way that Houston wouldn't win this game by multiple runs is if Zach Greinke just went out and laid an egg and had a bad game. He said, well, Zach Greinke's not pitched bad, and Houston's getting crushed. And I went, what is this asshole talking about? What game is he watching? because I was watching 3 games at once. If any of you guys have seen my home office, I have 3 TVs just all in a line. Plus, I've got 2 huge computer monitors on the other side of the room. So I could watch 5 games at once if I wanted to. But I was watching the Tampa Bay game, the San Diego game, and as well as the Houston game, all at once. And I had been following every pitch Zach Greinke threw. And so I looked over and I said, okay, we're now in the 7th inning. Greinke's been out of the game for a long time now. And I finally responded back and I said, Guy, what game are you watching? And he's like, well, even though he didn't pitch that long, it's not like he gave up a ton of runs. He actually pitched pretty well. I said, he gave up 10 hits in less than 4 innings. I said, that is nothing short of a fucking horrible game. I don't know that I have seen Greinke pitch worse. Ever. Yeah, he has had games where he's been pulled out early because he gives up a few long balls, a couple of home runs, which ends up getting 2, 3, 4 runs really quickly. But what do I say is the most important key to offensive production and winning? It isn't home runs. It isn't doubles. It's just getting on base. And he allowed 10 different people to get on. I say 10 different people. He let 10 at-bats reach base before he could clock 12 outs. That is nothing short of absolutely just fucking terrible. It's awful. What I say, if Zach Greinke goes out there and lays an egg, yeah, this game can go a million different ways because Detroit's not swinging bad. Got to hand it to Casey Mize. Actually pitched pretty well. But it was one of those things where Houston really wasn't swinging the bat. I'm not saying they were swinging it bad. It's almost like they just didn't want to swing. I didn't understand Kyle Tucker's approach. I didn't understand Altuve's approach, but I don't like the guy anyway. Bregman was really the only one that I felt like was somewhat aggressive. But again, I can't get out there and play for them. You go back and look at anything that the Houston Astros have done over the past 5 years, and you tell me that that's what you're going to expect out of them, you're going to lose 9 out of 10 times. So, guys, it happens from time to time. What did Greinke do? He laid an egg. What did I say? If Greinke lays an egg, this game would go the exact opposite way, and that's what happened. But, guys, it's a free play. It happens. Now, good thing is, premium play to kick the night off at 6:35 was the Padres on the run line. Darvish on the mound. We laid $1.35, and that was an easy winner. Now, we're going to – I don't know why I just said that. Anyways, it was $1.30 on the run line. But anyway, it was at 6:35 p.m. Darvish on the mound. It was an easy winner. We're going to talk about the Padres game for Tuesday here in just a second. Now, the game that I need you to look at that we still have ongoing, or the one that we still have ongoing, we did not have NBA on Sunday, but we came back with it on Monday. Now, we came back on because we had a losing day in the NBA, which was rare because we went through for a 10-day stretch and swept either 7 or 8 out of those 10 days. We had only had one overall losing day, and we had a split day in there. So we had just an amazing NBA run. And it's been a great NBA season. But then we had a day where we had one play and we dropped it. And then we had a losing day. And then we took a day off. I kind of reconvened. And then we came back. We swept the board Friday. We swept the board Saturday. And we got right back on track in the NBA. Took Monday off because I didn't like any of the picks, and then I released 2 for Monday. I had the New Orleans Pelicans. They were laying 2, or you could take them on the money line at $1.15. Better financial value for what actually has to take place in the game. When they have given up big leads, it was to take them on the money line. And you saw what they did. They had this enormous lead, right there at halftime and in the third quarter, and they only ended up winning the game by 7 points. But it was a win nonetheless. The Pelicans minus $1.15 on the money line cash for us. And then the other game that we've got going on right now is the Phoenix Suns. We took them minus 11 over the Houston Rockets. And as of this very moment, as I am doing this video, they are up by 19 points. It is 109-90. And there were 10 minutes and 11 seconds left. So right now, they're up by 19. They only have to win by 11. So it looks as though, unless they just shit the bed or completely stop trying, that we are going to have a third consecutive sweep in the NBA. We're going on another sweep run, guys. So if you're not on NBA or on an all sports pass that gets you NBA, you're missing out. Because that looks as though it's going to be 3 sweep days in a row on a 4-0 run after taking that day off. we're going to keep killing the NBA. We're going to have at least one NBA pick on Tuesday. I am absolutely sure of it. We're going to have at least one NHL pick. I'm absolutely sure of it. And we're going to have at least 3 Major League Baseball picks. And it looks as though we're going to have a Major League Baseball top play. Now, we had a couple of people buy the daily top play on Monday. We did not release the top play, so what I did instead is I gave them the entire premium card so they got action, and it looks like they're going to turn profit out of it. As long as they bet the rules, you flat bet every premium play, you're going to turn profit. It's going to be $25 well spent. But for the YouTube members, I also gave out the under in the Carolina Hurricanes, Detroit Red Wings. It was at 5.5, which didn't make a lot of sense. Truth be told, that line should have been 6.5, but it was 5.5. We still took the under, and it was at plus $1.40. That was a winner. And then we also took the under in the Yankees and Blue Jays game. And that was the two that I gave out for the VIP members on YouTube, the ones that just barely missed the cut of the premium card, and another 2-0 sweep. And that's an 11-0 run for the YouTube member free play. So it pays to be a member because we're going to have at least a handful of more free plays that we scatter out across the week. Most of them probably in Major League Baseball. So anyway, overall, looks like it's going to be a winning day, another profitable day, and that's all that matters. So let's get on a couple of free plays. There's 2 games that I want you to look at. You can play which one you like best. I'm going to tell you which one that I think is the safer one, but one that I definitely want you to look at. Blake Snell's going up for the San Diego Padres. The Padres are still on the road, but again, I don't think that anybody is worried as to whether or not the Padres are better than the Pirates. I told you at the beginning of the season the Pirates would end up being one of the bottom 5 teams in baseball. My prediction was they would be one of the bottom 3 teams, and they were going to be fighting for that overall bottom spot with the Texas Rangers. They are just not a good team. And one thing that we know about the Pittsburgh Pirates is that unless you have a lefty go out there and completely lay an egg, they do not hit lefties well. And if you go and look, I don't know how closely you guys follow this stuff, but any of you that know anything about me know that I follow baseball like no other human does. If you look at how they hit lefties and where that they do sometimes have some success, it's always on the road. At PNC Park, this team cannot hit left-handed pitchers. Now, Snell has been on a pitch count through his first 2 starts, which is smart. His first game, they did not let him give above 85 pitches. I told you I expected that out of him the second game. Do I think that he may breach 100 pitches in this game? This would be the game I would expect it, but it's all going to depend on where he's at in the game. If you're talking about him breaching 100 pitches and it'll get you through the 6th inning, maybe the 7th, they'll absolutely let him do it. Now, if he gets higher up in that pitch count in the early going, and 100 pitches is only going to get you to the 5th, they're not going to waste it because, again, they've really been conservative with their bullpen over the last few days, and they've got arms to burn right now, and they've got a team that's just not good at the plate, and that any one of their above-average bullpen arms, their relievers or closers, could easily control this Pirates team and not allow them to gain offensive production and put runs on the board. With Blake Snell being the lefty that he is, right now being one of the most commanding left-handed pitchers in the game, coming more and more into rhythm as each game passes, becoming more and more familiar with his team, with what they do, and I'll be honest with you, Blake Snell is one of those pitchers that tends to get run support, the opposite of what, DeGrom gets in New York. And you see that they have gotten more aggressive at the plate. So they did game 1. He didn't have the greatest game, and the offense kind of went cold based on what we know about that offense and how dominant they are. Game 2 comes back, and you could see just a complete attitude change in that team of like, hey, we've got one of the best pitchers in the game up here. Let's go be aggressive, and let's know that if we are smart and we can force the bullpen early on the other side, they're going to let Blake go far enough in the game where the decision will rest on him. He'll get the win or loss, and we'll make sure that someone who deserves it like he does will get a win. So I think what you've seen kind of come forth from game 1 to 2, you're going to see advance from 2 to 3, and I think you're going to get even more offensive production out of San Diego than you have in Blake Snell's first 2 starts. You couple that with the fact that Pittsburgh's got a depleted bullpen right now. They're down to their last 2 true relievers, and then it's all closers. You have to face 3 batters. None of those relievers have been able to go through 3 batters without at least 1 hit. You've got a very conservative bullpen management over the past few games, so it's left the Padres with being able to have a true bullpen day if they needed one. And you've got Snell going in, so they've got multiple ways that they could maneuver this game into being a pretty, I would say, a pretty commanding win here. That, along with the offensive production for San Diego that is coming back to life, and I think that it will come back to life even more with the Padres, and the fact that the Pirates just don't hit lefties well, and they really have a hard time with lefties at PNC, and being that they're putting Chad Kuhl up there, who I've already told you that I just don't have a lot of faith in, I think that unless the weather becomes a factor and it's blowing in off the river back into that stadium, I think you're going to see 2+ home runs out of the Padres before the 8th inning. I think this is a game where we could see 3 home runs, maybe more, if the weather cooperates and there's not anything that's consistently, preventing balls from leaving the park when they are hit hard enough. So all of these things taken into consideration, my money line that I came up with was 265. Right now it's at 230. So it's close enough to say that the odds makers have the utmost faith in San Diego going in, bagging another win, and handing another loss to the Pirates. But if you look at it from a run line perspective, it's only $1.35. You have the same thing that you had with the Astros the other night. The Astros laid an egg, the pitching wise, so you can't do anything about that. Pitching wise, San Diego hasn't truly laid an egg all year, and I don't think the first time they do it, it's going to be with Blake Snell to a team like the Pirates, who are worse at home than they are on the road. They're going to lay an egg eventually. I just don't think this is going to be the spot. You're going to have some better at bats and a team that can play better defense as a whole, especially their pitching. San Diego's going to be able to get hits. What they did Monday night was prove that their offense is still there, it's still alive, but they haven't been pressing the issue. I think they come alive in this game. But because a lot of their games have been lower scoring, and we've capitalized on some of those unders, and we've capitalized on some of those close games, I think that this is where the odds makers are going to follow that trend of the low-scoring Padres. They still win by 2, 3, maybe even 4 runs, but they just don't score a lot. They're going to ride that trend until the Padres go for 2, 3, 4 games where they put up 5+ runs. They put up 6 runs on Monday. I see them doing the same thing on Tuesday. And then if they come in Wednesday and have another higher-scoring game, or on Thursday, then come the weekend, you'll start noticing these run lines get a little bit more expensive for a team like the Padres, who it's absolutely justified to do so. So I'm going to take the run line with the Padres minus $1.35. That is a premium play. The other game that I want you to look at, you may have to look at it 2 different ways, is the Tampa Bay Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays have another lefty going in against a team that is probably the worst at hitting lefties in all of the American League. That is the Rangers. Kyle Gibson, one of their better arms, because of he truly has a 4-pitch arsenal. Not a great pitcher overall, but the fact that he can throw 4 different types of pitches, he's one of only 2 guys on the Rangers' entire staff that can do that and have any type of command over 4 different pitches. So Kyle Gibson's one of the guys where if there was ever a time you would want to back the Rangers, it would be him. What I don't like about this game is when Tampa Bay, who's not a great offensive team, but a Rosarena, when he comes alive, he comes alive. In my eyes, the Tampa Bay Rays are the epitome of what an average offensive team is. But when they completely collapse offensively, they come back with a couple of games where they explode offensively, and you go, damn, we don't know which team, which one of these teams is the real team. Is it the low offensive production team, or is it the one that can put up 10 runs in 7 innings against a team like the Yankees? They are a lower offensive production team, and as you look at them throughout the season, come the end of the season, you're going to realize that they were never a high offensive production team. They weren't last year, they weren't the year before, and they're not going to be this year. But when they're playing a bad team, and they're playing right-handed pitching that doesn't usually get above 92, maybe 93, who usually deals with arm fatigue once you hit about 55 pitches. They hang them over the plate, and that's where somebody like a Rosarena is going to blast one out of that park. You're going to have perfect weather tomorrow for home runs. I'm not saying that the Rays are going to hit any home runs, But I do believe they're going to be able to put runners on base in damn near every inning, which makes me believe that the Rays will probably put up between 4 and 6 runs in this game. And because the Rangers are the worst left-handed hitting team in the American League, and Ryan Yarbrough is somebody that just throws some nasty breaking balls that are going to make it even more difficult for this Texas Rangers squad, this could be a game that could end 6-1, 5-1, something like that. Right now, at William Hill, you can take the Rays on the money line at $1.65, which is just way too cheap. This line's going to move, but everybody knows that's my absolute limit. So if you log into your book and you can get $1.65, I would take that just because you're getting a gift. This line should be 200 on the money line, no question about it. And I do believe it could get there by tomorrow. I think that by the time you probably see this video, you might see 170. You might see 175. So what I'm telling you is, you know my rules. If you can get it at 165 or lower, you are welcome to take the money line all day, every day. And if you can get that, take it as a premium play and don't hesitate to do it. If you are getting above 165, don't you dare take it. You need to take it on the run line. But if you find that money line at $1.85 or less, but it's still above that 165, take the run line, lower your bet just so slightly, but you'll be getting plus money out of it, so you don't have to risk as much. You'll probably be looking at getting about $1.20 plus $1.20. So you can lower that from a premium wager to a strong lean, and you'll be getting just as much value out of it because you can cash with plus money in a game that I see the Rays that should win. I've broken this game down every way. I know the bullpen that's going to go in because the Rays are very predictable in the way they manage their bullpen, which again, this is a fundamental sport. You don't have to play secrets here. Just because you know what the bullpen's going to do doesn't mean that you can go out there and combat it. Consistency is key in this sport, and I love the fact that teams like Oakland, Baltimore, Tampa Bay, these small market teams, you can guess what their bullpen's going to do 5 days in the future. And unless a very bad game comes where things have to get mixed up, more than likely that'll happen. So I think this is a game where if they play like themselves, they become a little more aggressive at the plate than what they did on Monday because they just wouldn't swing at anything. Good pitches were coming and they weren't swinging at them. So a 1-0 game isn't going to cut it. If they come to play and they get a little bit of aggressive and they want to make a little bit of a statement, this is a game that I see them winning by 4 to 5 runs. So again, Padres run line minus $1.35, that's a premium play. If you can get the Rays at $1.65 or less on the money line, that is a premium play. If you have to go to the run line because it's slightly above that, but you are getting plus money, lower your wager just a little bit from premium to strong lean, but go ahead and wager that too. Those are two games that I think we get some pretty easy wins out of. I'm probably going to have a top play in the MLB come Tuesday. I've still got more work to do. We're looking at somewhere 3 to 4 picks in Major League Baseball. We'll have NHL. We'll have NBA. We'll probably have soccer if Jerry locks anything in. There should be some horse racing action going on for Tuesday evening. So it's going to be a big day. Go to chasewins.com, join our family, and we'll send you an email as soon as the plays are posted so you can log in and get them. And we can't wait to share the winner's circle with you. Love you guys. See you on the next one.